Practicing past exam questions with CB specimen. Yes, that's good. That's the way. That's the way. Okay. So I've seen some of you, many of you are stressed out, and of course, you all are practicing. So let us try to understand whether something that we do today is going to help you to relieve your stress or at least make you feel more comfortable with the exam. Let's look at what you can do. It is difficult. So, Rajkiran, now you realize it's difficult to solve. Doesn't matter. It may be difficult, but after you do a few questions, you will become comfortable. It's good you have started doing it. By the time the exam comes, you have time to, get into it and you will be properly. So, all of you, please pay attention. Those who have not tried the software, please start doing it without fail, because doing it once or twice is not enough. You need to repeatedly, continuously do to upskill yourself. So please take care about that. Okay. Let us see what is the last minute preparations, what challenges you're facing, and whether we can do something about it. So we're going to look at the challenges that you will face in the exam and what is the key to the success that you can have to fulfill those challenges. The first thing, many of you have said stressful. That's exactly the very first point, that there is a lot of stress in this exam. You literally have to write, from the very first minute when you start to write till you complete. You can't keep your heads up and think of anything. It just goes in such a stressful situation because there is so much to do and there is little time, and of course pressure. So working under time pressure and ability to keep calm is a biggest challenge that you're going to face. So let's discuss as we proceed what we can do that, to go with it. Then the next challenge is the lack of conceptual understanding. Some of you may have problems on conceptual understanding of the syllabus. What you could do, I will tell you. Next is, even though you are good in the syllabus, if you don't have the proper exam techniques, then again you cannot sufficiently score marks. For example, you're not able to read attentively and understand what you're supposed to do. You're not able to estimate the complexity of the task. You don't know how much time to schedule it, and you're not able to collect the easy marks. Okay. And not writing, you're writing too much in depth, more than required. Also, time management is something that is noticed by the examiner, that question 4, whenever it is answered, there's time pressure. Students are not giving enough time to answering question 4, and the use of exam software. These are the challenges faced. Now here there's one query, so I'll just explain, I'll just reply to the query. There's one query: do we have to explain the amounts basis of working? Yes, you need to explain the amounts basis of working. So if you want to say that the depreciation amounts to $5,000, then you need to say how 5,000 is made up of. So you may have to say 100,000 into 1 upon 20. You need to say that. And you need to say depreciation is to be charged over the life of the asset, which is 20 years. Therefore, it is so much. Okay. Yes, you need to explain the amount in that manner. Now, the examiner has noticed that students have don't have conceptual understanding on these topics in the exam. So it is quite possible that because he knows you don't have the understanding, he may tend to put these kind of topics into your syllabus. So if you all are not well conversant, see that you get familiar. The knowledge of the word control, what is control under business combination, how to calculate non-controlling interest, but the preparation of the consolidated statement of changes in equity. Now here I could say one thing, that most probably in your question 1 they will not examine you for this, because question 1 is now become a 25-mark question. So they will not ask you a preparation of consolidated statement of changes in equity, but you never know what will come in a 6-7-mark question. So you should be prepared. Okay. Next is the contents of a segment report. This is something students don't know. They don't know what goes into a segment report. So please see that you are aware of what's going into a segment report. Not just when to prepare a segment report, but what are the contents of it, that you should know. Also, dealing with employment benefits, actuarial gains, how to tackle with it. Presentation in financial statements. You should know under the OCI, which items may be classified to P&L and which need not be classified to P&L, which items go into OCI, which items go into SOPL. You must know this detailing. Okay. Knowledge of IAS 12, knowledge of share-based payment. Then the entire accounting standards on business combination and financial instruments, on leases, then how to split between current liabilities, between split liabilities into current liability and non-current liability, and all other relevant accounting standards or single standard questions. Now, I noticed one thing in the mock exams that many of you did not answer the question on the share-based payment properly, which is quite shocking because it was not a difficult question. So all of you, that was quite a straightforward question. Please, that is a challenge area as written by the examiner. See that you understand that well. Okay. And if you have problems in understanding, there are quizzes that are given to you on these topics. Go and take the quizzes, repeat it again and again. They are just 20-22 minute quizzes where you can quickly get from a bank of questions. You keep on getting different sets of questions, so you can give enough practice within short time. And once you have the proper conceptual understanding, I can assure you your answers will go right. Okay. Another query, which question should we attempt first out of 4? Arti, now it doesn't matter which question you attempt first, because ultimately it is your exam on a computer. So the examiner cannot make out which you attempted first and which you attempted next. Whatever you are comfortable in, you can attempt it first. Just ensure you maintain your time. That's it. 45 minutes for one question, no more than that. Whichever question you do, that is your choice. Okay. No, Ankita, you cannot use these kind of formula in your exam, because what is allowed in your exam? Now there's a question whether we can use certain formula in our exam. Okay. Here I want to highlight to you that when I'm looking at just a minute. The exam software, there is a in your CBE exam, they are given you one DIP IFRS guide to CBE. Have you all seen this? How many of you have seen this or downloaded that particular PDF? Have you all downloaded this PDF? Can I get to know whether you've downloaded this PDF? All of you are advised to please download that PDF and read it very carefully. Okay, that is giving you the use of your exam software. So please download this PDF. Now this is here, and this is explaining to you the various formula you can use, and so remaining you cannot use. The remaining is not usable. So all of you, please use this. Okay, it is also there on your Google Classroom. It is put up for you. So please use it, because this is telling you what you can use and the remaining cannot be used. Download this and read this carefully. And I'm advising all of you that from now, after your exam, please only use the software to practice your questions, so that you have enough time to get to know when you come to the exam, you should not be left in a fix what to do about this, what to do about that. You should spend your time on technical skills rather than on these kind of skills which you should develop before the exam. Okay. So please, all of you have to download it, read it, and start to solve your questions using this. These are only allowed and the remaining are not allowed. Okay. For example, here there is one key which says reset. Is anyone aware what is this reset key meaning? Anyone of you, are you aware what is meant by this reset key? So Ankita, when you press reset key, what happens? It clears all. Absolutely right. Sonam said it clears all. So one of my students of the ACCA, she completed the whole paper and she said reset. The whole answer went off and there was no time to write that answer. So all of you, when you're going to press the reset bar, please think 2 times. It will ask you also, are you sure? By mistake, if you press it again, it is gone. So unless you have practiced this software you may make such kind of mistakes. That's why I'm advising you to please go through the software very well. Okay, go through it and you will understand what is allowed, what can be done, what cannot be done, and practice it, and you will slowly pick up how the whole thing works. There was also a seminar held recently on this. So if the recordings of it also would be there with the ACCA, you can go through that recording to see exactly how to use the software. Okay, so now we come back to our next areas of challenge. So the areas of challenge as given to us by the examiner are these. You could be having other areas of challenge too, but I'm not saying this is the only area you should practice. You must practice all your areas, in these areas, including what you don't know, because everyone has got different knowledge. Some of you will be very good and some may not be very good. Okay, yes, I'll come to that. Now comes how to overcome the lack of our conceptual understanding. Before that, there's one question. Should we read the entire question at the start and then start solving the paper? No, I will tell you what you should do. I've told this before also, but probably you might not have been in the class then. When you start a question, like if you're reading a consolidation, read this first. You will know who are the entities, and from this also you will get to know who's parent, who's subsidiary. At least you will know who are the entities from here. After that, immediately run to the requirement. Read what you're supposed to do. They're asking you to do two requirements. Okay, read that and then come to the question and start to read the remaining. So always read the requirement before you start reading the entire question, because when you read the requirement, you know what you are looking for, and from the question you'll only look at the areas that are going to apply to your answer. You will not look at areas that are not relevant. So if I'm looking at question 2, they are talking of purchase of machine. First, you must read this. Epsilon is an entity which prepares financial statements on 30th September. Please underline 30th September, important for me. So when I'm reading my answer, it should also be always be with respect to 30th September. And then he talks of a purchase of machine. So immediately come down and understand what I'm supposed to do. Explain and show with appropriate calculation how the above events would be reported in financial statements on 30th September 2018. So mark it as on 30th September 2018. I have to explain, I have to show. So that means there is going to be calculations, there's going to be explanation for the calculations. It's not enough to simply calculate or only explain, both. And then you read the purchase of the machine and start making your bullet points. Okay, that's how you should approach it. So now we are going on to the next part on how to overcome the lack of conceptual understanding. All the resources that are provided to you have got a lot of the resources that are provided to you are
Ma'am, you're not audible. Hello? Arti, am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Ma'am is not audible. Okay. Fine. Let's get 2 minutes. Fine. Yeah, she got disconnected, so maybe some internet issue. Let's wait for two
yeah,
minutes,
come
huh?
back. I've
Yeah,
come
sure.
back. I've come back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Can you make me the host, please?
Yes, give me a second. Yes, ma'am. You're the host now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have shared with you the resources with which you can very easily understand the whole thing. Okay, first is past exams. As I already told you, we have shared with you past exams. We have given you the link to the ACCA resources. So from there, through the link, you can make out everything. Also, we have also shared with you past exams. For example, for IFRS 15, we have said this is the link of the IFRS 15, all the past exam papers. So every standard past exam papers have been shared with you. So with that, that's the best way to practice, because once you solve your past exams, you get a very good idea of how to answer the questions. That is one very good thing. Next thing is there's a technical article on how to be mentally conditioned to write the ACCA. You must read this article. It is telling you, giving you the link of the various resources if anyone is not aware of.
Ma'am, Ankita,
Yeah, 1 minute. I want to see what she said.
yeah.
Ankita, I said about the study text that now is the time when study text study is actually technically over. You must go to study text only if you're having a small doubt on some area. But otherwise, your studies now should revolve around the revision kit and past exams, reading technical articles. These are the things that you must do. And wherever you're lacking any conceptual skills, go and take those quizzes. Okay, because if you go into study text, there won't be enough time for you to practice anything else. Now don't go into study text. Only if you have a doubt on something, go there. Otherwise, don't even touch it. Okay, you must solve past exams. That is the key to your success. Also, ACCA technical articles, there aren't too many, but you must go to them. The link of that is also provided to you. So with that, please read the technical articles, because the examiners questions on those topics revolve around the technical articles. Also, they have put more additional questions on the Google Classroom with suggested answers. So those of you who have completed your past exams and want more questions, please go through that. That is also like a mock exam for you. Next is, you're well aware that there are quizzes available. Now, this is very, very important for all of you who are having any issue on technical skill, on conceptual skills. When you're trying to solve something and are not able to understand, I would suggest you take those quizzes, because these quizzes are about 22 minutes or so, and you can quickly get a refresher of the technical skills, of your conceptual skills, by solving 2 or 3 times the questions in rotation, and that will help you to do well. So all of you, all areas of where you're having conceptual understanding, please do that. And why I'm telling you is, I would like you to highlight this area, that we have been teaching you all students in the past, and we have noticed that the results of the students who have gone and tried these again and again, wherever they lack any conceptual understanding, those who have taken these tests again and again have scored very well in the exams. And those are the students who are not necessarily qualified students. They were not chartered accountants. They were just graduates and postgraduates who did this, but they have sincerely followed the quizzes up again and again, and that's how they have solved it. So my advice to all of you is, where you're lacking any conceptual understanding while studying, go and take the quiz and continue. Keep doing the quiz again and again. Okay, also, you're well aware that we have given you mock exams which is being marked by us, and it will help you to understand the areas where you can improve. And of course, once, if you're having any problems with time management, not knowing what to do, how to do, managing what, how to write an answer, this is a eye opener for you to understand what difficulties you're facing, and to learn that in the exam I should not do these things. So this is mock exam, very, very important before you give an exam. So please take a few mock exams, pick up any past exams, solve them without seeing, sitting in an exam hall without any disturbance for 3 hours, and see whether you're able to write the entire paper, and check your answers. Do that again and again. Okay. query here how to solve question 1 effectively in 45 minutes. Okay, I'll come to that in few minutes.